Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. Yesterday we ended up getting a couple of different touch buttons working. Now this is the desktop deployment, but if I swap over to my other computer here, you can see that we're running on the web here at Tashio.dev. You can use the arrow keys and play the deployment live right now. So that's what we did yesterday. So today I'm hoping that we can implement something that I normally implement on all my games, which is a help screen. So for people who don't know, a lot of people try WASD, which I'm going to switch it to, but at the moment the player's controlled with the arrow keys. So I like to add where in all my games, other than this one, I've had this as a standard where if you hit H for help, H will toggle some controls. And then what I normally do is like below the screen or whatever, I could say toggle H for controls or whatever, so that people can know, oh, spacebar is to cast spells at the moment, or enter is how to read a sign. So like we'll be consolidating all these controls a little bit later, but in the meantime, I do want to set up that help screen so that people can have a easier time navigating the game. So that's what we'll be doing today, is hopefully getting some help screen working and deployed onto the website. And then I think we might merge our mobile test into main. Not because we're done with the mobile, but I didn't know if we were moving forward with converting this game into a Game Boy style execution, and now that I've proved it can work, I think I'm ready to migrate it back into main. So once we get the help screen done, I think we will merge it into main and then push so we can get all our green dots back on GitHub. So let's start here. We want to do a couple of things. Let's first of all take off the mouse X and Y that we're rendering to screen here. And we've got a bunch of cleanup to do for the old mouse detection stuff as well. Gosh, I'm not even seeing where it is. Okay, I think we're rendering our mouse X position and mouse Y position here. So let's go to, let's do a search for a mouse X. I think it was like that. Yeah, okay, so this was in our main.lua. Yeah. We'll turn this off. I don't think we want these anymore. And then we don't necessarily care for the X position for the touch anymore either. I mean, that was nice when we were working on it, but I'll comment that out. We'll clean up a lot of this old comment stuff, like all this nasty stuff can go because we are doing it differently now. We will have to only play the sound if it's not currently playing, because right now if you hold A, it'll play this sound 60 times a second, which I'm amazed works, but it is not intended, so we will clean that up too. And then ideally, I want to do this, I think it'd be really cool to be able to toggle the Game Boy mode if you want. So like on desktop, if you're playing on desktop, we'll have it the old way where it's full screen, just the gameplay, and you play with WASD or whatever. But it would be cool to go into options and be able to toggle the Game Boy mode where you could still play with WASD, but it looks like a Game Boy just cause. And the mobile deployment will default, and it'll only be the Game Boy because you have to be able to use touch controls. So it'd be nice to give the desktop users that version if they want it. It's just that it's not touch sensitive. If you hold W, it would show the D-pad being pressed going up. So I think I want to do that too eventually. Because then you can kind of go into your settings and you could turn it on, and maybe we can give like a filter, like a green filter like the classic Game Boy or something. That could be fun. Okay. And then soon we're going to have to migrate all of our touch detection outside of main, because right now it's bogging down main, which I don't like. So we'll have to figure out the best way to do that too. But this is already looking a lot better. Okay. So we can't test the touch controls here on the desktop because my computer is not a touch sensitive device. But one thing I also want to do is I want to get rid of this rounded out bottom here, because it just looks a little strange, I think. So we can do that now. It'll be easy enough to edit the pixel art. We'll just go into our repo here, Game Boy overlay. Really? Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Then maybe we'll pick like a custom color for the Game Boy 2 just because. What is the brush shortcut? There's no brush? Is there really no brush? Hey, Prosto, what's up, dude? All right. I guess I could do the old lasso tool. Oh my god. Did this so bad. Just paint bucket it. Okay. Hey, happy good morning to you, Prosto. God, it looks so bad. Looks so crooked. Hey, that's good. Oh, shit. What is going on? It used to be that the angle brackets would give me a bigger size brush, but now it's just changing through my palette, and it's just like I can never figure that out. Oh my gosh. So bad. Like, none of this actually matters, right? Like, this isn't even going to be the final overlay. It's just, it bugs me that it's so crooked. Okay, that looks better. So we'll save that. Sweet. Okay, and then I think I want to do ultimately, like, it kind of bugs me that it's like a perfect rectangle like this. So I think what we'll do is once we figure out the toggling to toggle Game Boy mode on and off, we'll scale down the game just a bit to put a little border around it so that we can curve the edges so it doesn't look like just a rectangle. And I think that'll be nicer to look at. Okay, so I think in our play state is where we're going to have the toggle for help. So let's do a toggle help. And in the update, we'll listen for a key press. Okay, and then I always screw this up, but this is, we're going to try the ternary operator here to flip our toggle help boolean, and we'll try to do toggle help gets assigned to be toggle help equals false and true or false. And our Twitch just crashed. But let's go here and we'll print up whether or not we are toggling help. And we'll put it right here. Let's see. Sorry we're crashing. I don't know why. Okay, we don't want continuous input because then we change it every frame. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we just want to test for single input. So I'm hitting H and we're able to toggle help either true or false. And if I hold it, it doesn't go 60 times a second. So that's what we want. Now we just have to render some help dialog if toggle help is pressed. So we'll come in here into the play state and we'll say if our toggle help okay, and the thing is, I think I want to set, we want to set a color. Normally we can do like a love.graphics.clear, but that'll draw the whole, like here, I'll show you what happens, because like we want to draw a semi-transparent background. So if we do love.graphics.clear and we try to give it, let's just try to give it pure red, but like half opaqueness, semi-transparent, 100 out of 255 on the alpha. We'll see if we love.clear it, if you'll see anything or if it's just the white. Yeah. The clear never quite works with that. So normally what I have to do is do a set color, and then do a rectangle. Type fill, and then 0, 0, and we will do the window width for the width. And the window height. Let's try that. Yes. So, you know, we don't want it to look quite like that, but that's working. We want it to be maybe like a dark blue or something. I don't know, I kind of like the red actually. We'll go back to red. But, you know, it doesn't pause the game, so you can't really cheat by pulling up the help, but my other games normally pause it when you hit help, but I think I'm just gonna have something like that. That looks so weird. Okay, I think I like that. And then we'll just put up a couple of things. Hey, Magnetonics. Hey, thank you for the raid, dude. Hey, how was your stream? Okay, there is I know there's a set font. I'm just using it wrong. Set font, love. Classic font is what it is. We are doing a help screen for our games so that people can find the controls easier. So yesterday we got our game deployed to the web. So if we switch this over, anyone can go to tashio.dev now and load up the current build of the site. It's just that it's not very apparent that you have to use the arrow keys. And then we got touch detection working for mobile too. So if you pull it up on your phone and touch the D-pad, you should see some feedback there. It just doesn't move the character. So we're gonna try. We're trying to add, and I try to do this in all my games, where if you tap H, it'll bring up a little help dialog that shows you the controls. So that's what we're trying to get working so that we can deploy it to our site, so that we can say, we can have a text beneath the game saying press H for help or for controls. So that's what we're working on. But yeah, thank you for the raid, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. Hey, Quellis. Hey, good to see you. Okay, and then I know, you know, we've got to wrap this text so it doesn't come off. Now I think we can do a formatted string. It's printf, and then I think it is limit align. So the limit can be like center or left, and then the limit would be the window width. If we did that right. Yeah, good to see you, Quellis. I always like hopping into your stream when I can. Okay, I forgot what the printf was. XY limit align. Okay, XY limit align. Number expected got string as argument 4. Limit XY limit align. Dude, what am I doing wrong? XY string XY limit align. Oh, limit align. Damn it. Limit, then the align. Okay, this isn't doing the wrapping I thought it was. Or we're not wrapping it at the correct width because our X is shifted a bit. Nope. Okay. It might be because our virtual resolution, but yeah, it's gonna be Hey, what up, K-chan? We're trying to add some help to our game, so if you press H, it'll give you some useful controls so that I can put on the website, just say toggle H for oh, sorry, Prosto. You know, I don't have ads enabled, but I guess that doesn't mean Twitch doesn't still put ads. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they just take all the money from the ads that go on my channel, or what that works, how that works. Yeah, I don't know. I don't... Okay. So does that mean they still at least give me the 30% or whatever for the ads they are putting on? I don't know how that works, cuz I thought there was a, like, once I hit affiliate there was a thing that said like enable ads, and I just haven't turned that on. Okay. That's nice they don't just take all the money if I don't enable it. Okay, so arrow cases, move, spacebar, spells, enter to read signs, and this stuff will all change in the coming week when I do the input overhaul to change it to Game Boy inputs. Oh, okay. I might have to look into that because I don't like that pre-rolls are defaulted. Okay. This is pretty close. It's not supposed to be fancy, it's just supposed to help people know what to press. Yeah. Yeah, but honestly, I don't think there's anything worse than pre-roll ads, so I think it might be worth it just to say, you know, that we don't get pre-rolls. I can't stand ads, so I fork out for Turbo because I just cannot stand ads. Okay, maybe we can make the screen a little more opaque so we can read it a bit better. Or, okay, yeah, that's not bad. I do like to do, we should probably write a function to do this, but for right now I'm going to do it kind of ghetto, where what we want to do is say we want to render it. Do we have black saved as a color? Okay, so what I want to do is render a black first, and then I want to render white, and I just want to shift every pixel by 1 to the left and 1 upwards. So we can say shift this to 9, and then we can do a Vim Control A to just increment these guys. Okay, and then what now we'll have like a little drop shadow so that you can just see a little bit better. Looks a little weird though. Looks like too many. No, that looks right. Yeah, maybe not black. Maybe we just want like a dark red or something. Or let's do blue to contrast red. That looks just too strong, right? I think I want the drop shadow to be downwards, down and to the right. I think that'll look better, but that's looking fine. Yeah, thanks for explaining that to me, Magnetonics. I think I want to change that. Okay, we jacked that up because this is the white. So if we want the white to be up and to the left, yeah, we do want this to be 9. Shit. And then this can be... Let's try that. Let's see. How do we screw this up? Okay, yeah, we want this to be 1 less. I forget that this is the white color, so if we want the black to be down and to the right, we need to move the white up and to the left. Oh God, what'd I do? What'd I do? Okay, nice. Sweet. So we've got a little help screen now. And then we'll change this once we manipulate our input handling, which is coming up soon on the channel, because we want to be able to move our character by touching the screen instead of just the arrow keys. So we're going to have to add touch detection into our input handling so that we can do both. And we'll just do both in the main build because I don't want to really worry about deploying different versions for mobile or desktop. We might optimize when it's like actual time to ship, but I think for ease of development's sake, we'll have it all combined in one so that we can have the deployment nice and easy. So I want to show off how easy it is to do the web deployment. So let's do a commit here, and let's just... Looks right. We changed our Game Boy overlay, and then we changed our... Oh, we have to change our full screen back to true. And then I think we're ready to commit. Okay, we just cleaned up a bunch of comments. And then we added a help toggle with some help rendering. Yeah, so toggle help. Okay. So yeah, very simple. But let's do add everything and commit with a message saying that we are add help toggle by pressing H. Okay. Sweet. So let's switch over to Mac and I'll show what the build process is to get it on the website. So first thing is I'm going to delete our old deployment so I don't accidentally upload it. We're going to go into our repo and git pull the changes. So we have our added help toggle commit now. Now we just zip it up with zip tac9 tac r mobile love dot to zip it right here. That gives us the .love right here. So we could test it on our phone by dragging it onto our phone, but I'm going to just deploy it to the website. So how we have to do that is we take the executable here, and then we go over to Love.js. So Love.js is the project we use to build it. I'm going to delete these folders. Those are my older builds. But basically, all we've got to do is cd into our Love.js. And then we run the command Love.js. We give it the mobile.love, and we give it the name of the folder for our distributed package. We can name it, and then this is the folder that it just made. So all we have to do to get it deployed on the website is we need 5 files. We need to drag the mobile love into the web folder. Now we need to copy the data, the game, the Love.js, and the WebAssembly. Copy all that. And I have a folder for, oh, it's right here. It is just the wrong name. So yesterday we had it deployed to one of my other websites. I bought a domain for the game, Tashio.dev, so that we can host it on its own domain. So if we go, it's under my Git, and it's called Tashio.dev. Okay, so this is the folder for it. I will paste and replace all of the old files. So now all the new files should be on there. Now we need to get it to the website. So I've got a deployment set up in WebStorm here. So all we have to do is select those files and deploy it to our server. And hopefully 5 files transferred. It looks like it worked. Let's test it out. We'll reload the page. That looks weird. How come it's not centered anymore? It's got our commit. I don't know why it's not centered like it used to be, because we did not touch the CSS by design. So I'm a little curious if this one is centered anymore. What the? Oh, did we not full screen it? I think we're not supposed to full screen it. Let's fix that real quick. Yeah, full screen is what we want to do when we actually deploy to a mobile device, but this is deploying to the website, so we shouldn't have full screened it. That's what's giving us this issue here. So let's redo it real quick. All we've got to do is go into we got to change one line of code. We're going to remove our old compile, and we're going to go into our main and change this back to false. And then we can zip it. Then we can take the zip. Not yet. We have to paste it into the Love.js. We can then cd into Love.js. Run the command. Okay, it's just these 5 files. So all things considered, it's pretty easy to get the new site or the new deployment on the website. You know, there's a way we can probably automate this to be easier. The most difficult part is we don't want to overwrite the index or the CSS, but we do want to overwrite these other 5 files. And then we got to redeploy. Uh-oh. Dude, why do you hate Macs? I hate Windows. Have you tried Windows? Okay, I can see that. I can see that, but also like, hey, fun guy. Yo, I don't know what's going on with this. Let me try to deploy the whole folder. Uh-oh. Yeah, why is our server not working? No default server. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. All right. 5 files transferred. Let's try. We'll go. Oh, and I got the favicon. You guys like that? Uh-oh. Okay, great. Check that out. We got little Tashio. Okay, so now on the deployment, we can press H and toggle our little help menu. Sweet. Now, as of right now, there's only 2 signs to interact with. But by the time we more intentionally place signs, you know, we'll make sure that there's a signpost object at every location of the sign, because we have to kind of manually insert where on what scene every readable signpost is and what the text is, right? So you can see that the flower garden's over here. And then we're gonna add like a options menu when you click select, or when you click select, it'll bring up an options menu, and maybe there you can toggle the Game Boy overlay, and then maybe like a filter, because I kind of like you know, the first game I played on Game Boy was the green Game Boy, you know, like this color original Game Boy. So I think it'd be fun to add in a filter. I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure we could figure it out. And then we'll have to rehaul all the input system. Yeah. Well, so yeah, I graduated kindergarten and I got a Game Boy Color. So like that was the best thing ever. I never had a Game Boy. I would only play my cousin's original Game Boy whenever, you know, I happened to be around him. But yeah, I was hooked, man. That's a good question, Quellis. Yeah. Yeah, I'm that guy that likes the blue keys, the blue switches. I wouldn't use it in a workplace, obviously, but my other keyboard is a blue switch, and I just love the clickety clack of that thing. I don't have it here because it doesn't have arrow keys. But now that we're getting rid of arrow keys, I might switch back to that. We'll see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day today, a short day, because I'm just very, very tired. But what we'll do is we'll merge this branch back into main, and anyone at home can go to tashio.dev and play the current build. Oh, and you know what? We forgot to add L for loot, because there's the loots, and we forgot to add that the strings and the frets. It's just that isn't set in stone, and we're about to change that. So I might not add that. Yeah, Katron, I'm with you. I like the clickety clacky ones. Yeah, so I probably should have put L for loot, but we're gonna change it. So we're gonna, once we rehaul the input system, I'll probably give a very rough inventory system so that we can hold a loot, and then when you hit the button that is assigned to the loot that you're holding, that's when it'll toggle the loot on there. So it'll be more of a process than just hitting L to pull up the loot. So I don't know, we'll change that. But if you all know that if you hit L, you can toggle loot. I know. Yeah, dude, I'm due for, I need some rest. But here, let's merge our branch, and then we'll call it a night. So let's make sure. Okay. We'll get switched back to main. God. Okay. When was our last commit? August 17th. Yeah, we've been on this branch for a while, so we'll merge it in. We'll do a git merge our feet mobile test. I think that's what it was called. Was it a fast forward merge? Thank the Lord for fast forward merges. And then we will get branch tech d mobile feet mobile test. Sweet. And then I think we still have to push. Let's see. Yeah. Git push. Did it work? It says 32 commits, and then it says, okay, yeah, looks like it worked. I'll just pull it up and make sure. Because I think I just realized that commits on your non-main branch don't count for your green dots on GitHub. And that's how I kind of track my daily progress. And I've got a job interview coming up, so I don't want like a 2-week streak of no green dots, so we just merged it in. There we go. So we've got our dots back. And then, yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I had planned for today. Tomorrow, we're probably going to work on making sure the sounds don't play more than once when you click it. Because right now, if you press A on mobile, it'll play the sounds, but if you hold A, it'll play 60 sounds a second, which we do not want. So tomorrow will probably be that, and then probably the next day we'll work on overhauling the input system. We'll raid out here to Kuju. He is a fellow game dev who's doing his Goblin game in a programming language called Jai, which is a new programming language that isn't even out yet, but it is made by the guy who inspired me to learn programming, and I want to program my next game in Jai. So I'm always down to raid Kuju because he's always doing some cool stuff. Go show him some love, and thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good night, and I hope to see you later.